What was the reason why your friendship ended with someone? I stopped being the first to always initiate plans, and that was that. He kept having kids with different girls and bailing on them. Coming from a went out for a pack of smokes dad myself, I just couldn't watch it anymore. Bailed after the third one. Think he's up to 6 now. Because they were fucking toxic and I was too dumb to realize it. I, male, passed out on my friend's couch after doing some weed and having drinks. I woke up several hours later in a sort of paralyzed state with him jerking me off and using his mouth on me. After I woke up I quickly left and was in such a daze I didn't even yell or get mad. It took me hours to process what had happened. Edit, I'm pretty numb over this. Never in my life did I think this would happen to me. I'm physically competent, do Krav, kickboxing, etc., but I couldn't defend myself when it counted. He tried to kill me and my family. She joined a pyramid scheme selling butt-ugly leggings and it took over her whole life. When I finally told her it was negatively affecting our friendship, she accused me of not supporting her business. I felt she only wanted me around when my life was a mess and worse than hers. Once I got a house and got engaged, she distanced herself as I no longer had a purpose to her. I've lost like all but 2 of my friends because I stopped drinking and doing hard drugs. They slut-shamed me and didn't support me when the guy I lost my virginity to spread my naked pics. A violent hate crime fueled by alcoholism. Poor guy was a drunk at 19 and I just couldn't help him or keep getting involved in his bullshit. He's in prison now. I identified an attitude of only doing plans with me if it was convenient to them. The last straw was this. We hadn't seen each other in a while. I ran into them at campus. I said they should take a ride home with me so we could catch up while we got home, lived near each other. They said okay, and that they would leave their sibling with their car to take back home. After I waited for like an hour they just texted me that their sibling had already finished classes and that they would go home together. I had waited for them and this wasn't a favor I was doing them, it was an excuse to spend time together, so I just felt like spending time with me, even if it was for a little while, didn't matter, so I just stopped talking to them, and they never reached out. I've been wanting to text them for a while but never get to it. I was a bad person and they ended it for perfectly sensible reasons. I would have done the same. I've changed, but I don't blame them for not reconsidering contact. Insecure jerk trying to make me a part of his problems. How's this for oddly specific? Friend since 1980, was hanging out at a bar in 1992 and there was a dispute of over a $15 bar tab. I was in the right, but whatever, he held a grudge for years. Ran into him in 2017 and we were both too old to care. Started to see each other now and then. 2023 and we're at this local bar for a show and got into a fight about $15 a ticket. Maybe he'll call me in 2063. I lent them $20 and then they avoided me so they didn't have to pay me back. Worth the 20. My former best friend got married and his posh wife decided that she doesn't want her husband to be seen with less rich people and he listened to her. The sad fact is, 3 years later her dad filed for bankruptcy and her husband, my former friend, had to look for a new job which pays far less than all of us, his former friends. I was basically a taxi for my friends so I dumped them all. She was a taker, constantly. When I needed something she made it about her yet again. Exhausting to be around. Me ghosting them. I tend to lose touch with people when I'm no longer physically within their presence. Like, I lost my high school friends when I went to college. Lost college buddies when I graduated and started working. Lost my close colleagues when pandemic hit and remote work became a thing. Now I have no friends since I rarely leave the house anymore. Habitual lying became too annoying and disruptive to tolerate.